Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome to a very special, fun little experiment I've never tried before. I really got this idea earlier. I wanted to, show off some of my skills that I offer, some of my services that I offer, that I really can't show examples of, like my tarot readings. I do those every day and, twice a month for the monthly signs. But part of my services that I have a difficult time trying to find a way to show public videos of, because it's such sensitive material, is birth charts. So I got this idea. I'm like, I really want to do a video for a sample birth chart. So I just got this perfect idea. I'm going to do a sample birth chart and a relationship synergy on a real life karmic marriage relationship with my actual divine masculine, that is his karmic marriage that he is in. He watches my channel, and so does his wife. They think that I don't know, but I do. I mean, I had a pretty good idea of their chart whenever the views started. And it was like I kind of had a pretty good idea of his chart, sort of, even though I got the birthday wrong, like the day. I knew it was March, and I knew it was 1987, and I knew it was 10:10 a.m., but I didn't know it was March 1st and not March 26th. That was the one detail I got wrong. But anyhow, so this isn't in any way to dox my divine masculine or even his karmic spouse. This is not for revenge. This is just for more information for my divine masculine, the more he knows. And for anyone else who might be interested in getting a birth chart analysis or a relationship synergy done, this would be an example of how that would be done. However, a difference would be if someone would see this video and want to order the relationship synergy and the birth chart analysis, but they don't want the tarot reading. They're not gonna get it quite the way that I'm presenting it here. It'll be presented slightly different. Some of y'all might not even want tarot readings or even to have tarot incorporated, and I'm incorporating tarot into this to facilitate with learning the signs and the placements and what it all means. And it's just, it's visual aid to help, and it's just, all I have is the major arcana. I've picked only the major arcana out, and I have them at the ready here to show, to really help facilitate the ideas that I'm trying to bring here, because let's face it, astrology is complicated. It took me approximately 6 months to understand it, and then once I understood it, it took me about 6 weeks to learn the basics. So, not an easy thing. It's very complicated, and hopefully the way that I break it down will help y'all understand it a little bit easier. Okay. So, anyhow, so that's what the reason's for. This is not to dox him, like I said. This is just to help facilitate my divine masculine, to give him more information for the decision that he has upon him. because these emperors, they have a choice between their divine counterpart or their karmic counterpart. And it's like a second chance at a choice. So here's some additional information here, and this is gonna take a while, so be patient with me. So also, before I get started with the actual birth charts, in order to cut down and repeating myself, I am going to go through what all the planets are and what they mean. And because I can tell you if someone has a certain a sign in Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, whatever planet, but if you don't really know what that planet represents, like what good does that mean to you? So I have a short descriptions of each planet and what they're in charge of to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. It's really not as complicated as it seems, but there is a lot of information, so that makes it overwhelming. All right, so the sun. The sun sign is the sign that you were born under. So my birthday is May 9th. I'm a Taurus. So that's my sun sign. I'm a Taurus. That means that is my soul. And Taurus is the energy of my soul. I mean, that is my soul's essence, is Taurus in this lifetime. So when I am dealing with soul-based concepts, I want to look at Taurus readings. All right? And it'll be different for whatever sun sign y'all are. So that's the sun sign. The moon sign. The moon represents your thoughts and your feelings. And since we're in this and we have something that is related to that, it's called the black moon Lilith. Okay? And that is another sign. And the black moon Lilith is the dark side of the moon, which is the dark side of your thoughts and your feelings. So, like for example, I have a Pisces moon, all right? And my black moon Lilith is Libra. So like my thoughts and my feelings, like normally, I am just a kind, caring, compassionate, giving, nurturing, loving person of service, wants to help, wants to love you, wants to, all right? But if I'm helping someone who's using me, mistreating me, take advantage of me, and, I'm patient with the situation for too long, and I've, tried communication to clear it up, and it didn't help, then Libra, that is my black moon Lilith, which means that whenever someone is very unfair and unbalanced to me, and when I've had enough, I'm gonna fucking let you know. And it ain't gonna be nice. It's gonna be very, very loud. And people get scared when they see me out of control. When they see me enraged and angry, and when I get out of balance like that, I can be a little bit unpredictable. Not in the sense that I'm physically violent, but I am liable to say a bunch of shit that I've made grown men cry. And I'm not proud of that, but I've done it a lot. But it's only after being pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed so far, and taking it and taking it and taking it and taking it. But that was my trauma programming, to take the abuse until I couldn't take it anymore, and then I flipped the fuck out on you, and then I ended all of those friendships and all of those relationships. I have ghosted hundreds of friendships, relationships, family relationships, because people use me, take advantage of me, hurt me, and then expect me to be doing this, that, and the other, but then they treat me like shit and embarrass me and all of this stuff. And yeah, when I had enough, I had enough. So that's for an example. So that's the dark side of the moon. Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, whether that is written or verbal. But it could also be thoughts as well, because it's words, thoughts, written, verbal, communication. Venus. Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, and how you attract those things. Mars. Mars is the planet of how you take initiative, how you do things, how you go about doing things. And whatever sign obviously is connected with whatever is under that planet. I mean, that's how you are in terms of how you take initiative, for example, like for Mars, and that for any of them. Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of luck, growth, expansion. You get that through your spiritual growth and development whenever you're going through self-mastery and ascension. That's the planet of Jupiter. When you work for ascension and healing, you get blessings and abundance and luck because of that. And then whenever you do that, you're also getting blessed by Saturn as well, because Saturn's kind of a special planet, because Saturn's kind of like the police of the solar system, the police and the judge system. And it polices and judges every soul on the planet, and maybe even others. Probably if there's life on other planets, they're judging them too, whatever. So Saturn polices and is the courtroom of the planet, everyone, and it keeps track of the good things you do, the bad things that you do, and it gives out the karma, and until you learn from your mistakes. Saturn is the planet of hard work. The only way that you can get blessings from Saturn is if you're working on your spiritual growth and ascension. Because if you're not working on your spiritual growth and ascension, you're only getting karma. But if you're working on your spiritual growth and ascension, you'll get blessings from both Jupiter and Saturn. Double blessings. But, like I said, if you're not doing any kind of spiritual work on yourself, if you're not working on yourself to be a better person, then you're not getting blessings. You're only getting karma. Uranus. Uranus is the quirky planet. That is the planet of our spiritual path. We can choose to take the road less traveled or not. And that could be for spiritual ascension or for worshiping demons. I don't really know what to call that. It's sinking. But either way you go, it's still not your typical 3D life. So that means that you can change your whole way of living and your whole way of being and your whole entire life if you decide to take either the high vibrational path or the lower vibrational path of Uranus, and you take it to the max. And I don't recommend the lowest of the low vibrational, because you'll just destroy yourself. The only way this really works is if you're doing it for Ascension. Otherwise, the only starting over, like going, taking a brand new beginning in life that is different from the 3D life, it's death. If it isn't about being the best that you can be and about living healthy, it will lead to your death, because if you're worshiping devils and doing all that spell work, it's going to catch up with you. And it's not beneficial unless you are being in the high vibrational aspects of whatever the Uranus sign is in for you on the path of your journey, if that makes sense. For example, my Uranus is in Scorpio. On the path of Ascension, for me to ascend, I need to learn to be in the high vibrational I needed to learn how to be in the high vibrational aspects of Scorpio instead of wanting to hide and keep secrets. So that's what I mean. As long as I kept descending in the lower vibrational aspect of Scorpio, I would not be ascending. I would just be self-destructing little by little. And yeah. So anyhow, the next planet is Pluto. Pluto is the planet of destruction. Pluto often works in tangent with Saturn. I call them the Bash Brothers sometimes, because Saturn will give orders to Pluto whenever someone's getting karma for something and they're not listening, and you keep trying to get and Saturn is keeping on trying to get someone's attention through their experiences. Pluto comes to destroy particular areas of their life that need attention, that have been ignored. So Pluto comes to destroy everything that doesn't serve you, everything that is bringing you down, everything that is not for your highest good, basically. Yeah, it's like, it's the universe's method of tough love. The next placement is your ascendant sign. The ascendant sign is how the world perceives you. The sun, the moon, and the rising are the big three. The sun is your soul, moon is your thoughts and your feelings, and your rising is how the world sees you. I probably should have included that sooner, but it doesn't really matter where I include it, but that's just how the world sees you. So, for example, I am a Taurus, but to the world, I appear as a Leo or a Virgo, because I have both Leo and Virgo in my first house. Double Leo in my first house, double Virgo in my first house. Because I'm a Leo rising with a Leo North node in my first house. My Mars and my Jupiter is in Virgo, also in my first house. So I legitimately have two different personalities. I can either be a double Virgo or a double Leo. Not everyone has this, but I have seen it in other people's charts. So I know I'm not the only one that has two different personalities here. I've seen variations of it. And in fact, the Karmic actually, not the Karmic, but the Emperor here in my example actually has an example of that. And I will get into that. Which means No, I'll get into that when I get to it. I don't want to do anything else to confuse an already confusing subject. So the North Node. The North Node, I mentioned that already. My North Node is in Leo. And the North Node is basically your reason for being on this planet. It's your life purpose. It is your ascension goal. So if you can accomplish that North Node and that sign in the house that it's in, then you go to heaven. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, you graduate this lifetime, you go to heaven, and then if you come back evolved and elevated, and you don't come back loaded with the karma that you came in with this lifetime. If you get to come back as another person, you get to come back free and happy and rich, probably, if because I'm sure that we will be coming back, because our souls are recyclable. These human bodies are just temporary vessels. So that is your life purpose, your reason for being on this planet, your mission for what you're expected to complete while you're in this lifetime. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into the Emperor's chart here. And this is just an example. They will all be different according to everyone's different birth charts. So this is an example, but these are real life people without their extremely personal information, in order to help myself and help my divine masculine, and help others as well, in case y'all want to teach yourself how to do your own birth charts. You can do that too. Maybe you can teach yourself from this video. All right. So the Emperor's birthday is March 1st, 1987 at 10:10 a.m. Now, I got the date wrong because I thought it was the 26th of March in 1987 at 10:10 a.m., but it wasn't. It was March 1st. These birthdays I got from Google, so I didn't do anything illegal to get these birthdays. This was public information. So, that makes the Emperor here in this example, in this real life karmic marriage here. This is a karmic marriage. This Emperor here is Sun in Pisces. Now with the Sun in Pisces, these are the two cards of Pisces, the High Priestess and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is all about waiting, delays, waiting to get a new perspective. And the High Priestess is when you already know. And it's like following your intuition. One's a changed mind, one's intuition. One's more intuition-based, one's more mind-based. But anyhow, Sun in Pisces. Pisces, let me actually get my complete list, so I can go through everything without really wasting a lot of time trying to remember all of the personality traits of each sign that I'm about to name off. So I will be right back. Okay. So Pisces. So the positive aspects of Pisces is someone who is very caring, they're very empathetic, they're very artistic, they're very emotional, they're very selfless because they just want to help you. They're also natural healers, and they're also psychics. But the lower vibrational aspects of Pisces, they're moody, they're negative, they can be lazy, they can be idealistic, and they can use drugs and substances and codependency to escape reality. And they're very distractible. So whenever you find yourself in the lower vibrational aspects of Pisces, like, I'm not saying to completely ignore your emotions. I'm saying that whenever you notice that you're in the low vibrational aspects, meditate on why you're in the low vibrational and process your emotions, and then do what you can to force yourself back into the higher vibrational aspects of the sign as soon as possible. Because the longer you stay in the low vibrational aspects, you know, it gets harder to get out of it. But anyhow, and the Emperor, his sun is in Pisces in the 10th house. He's got a very loaded 10th house, to be honest with you. There's 4 planets in his 10th house. The 10th house is the house of Capricorn. It's all about loyalty, dedication, commitment to work, whether it's in your personal or professional life. And this Emperor is a worker. He's a provider. You know, so that fits. And he works a lot. His moon is in Aries. So with his thoughts and his feelings, he's like an Aries. So he thinks like an Aries, and his emotions are like an Aries. The high vibrational aspects of Aries is someone who is a leader, who is confident in themselves, someone who exudes positive energy, because like they're just what's that word? Excited. You know, they have enthusiasm. That's the word I wanted. They're brave warriors, they're creative, and they're competitive, which can be a positive or a negative, depending on the situation. And when the Aries are in low vibrational aspects, they could be competitive, selfish. They can be attention seeking. They can have outbursts of anger. They can definitely have a lack of patience, and they can definitely be known for impulsive behavior. So, with this moon being in Aries, Aries is a fire sign, which is a masculine sign, which tells me that his emotional attachment is to his father. If your moon is in a feminine sign, an earth or a water sign, that means that your emotional attachment growing up was to your mother. And your rising sign, if it's a masculine sign, that means you wanted to be seen by your father. But if the rising sign is a feminine sign, earth or water, that means you wanted to be seen by your mother. And therefore, everything that you did was for your mother to see you or for your father to see you. So, which brings me to the rising sign. The Emperor's rising sign in this example here, he's a Gemini rising. Born at around 10 a.m. He would be a Gemini rising. So that would place Gemini in his first house. And his houses are set up in fairly normally from Gemini on. Some of them are not. I'll go through that later. His Mercury is in Pisces. So like I said before, Mercury is the plane of communication. His Mercury is in Pisces, so he communicates as a Pisces, which his sun, his moon, and his Mercury is all in a 10th house, as well as his Jupiter, which I haven't gotten to the Jupiter yet. So the sun, moon, Mercury, and Jupiter is all in the 10th house. And they're all in Pisces except for his moon sign. His moon sign is in Aries. So that means when it comes to his soul, his thoughts and emotions, his feelings, his communication, And the planet of luck and abundance and the spiritual planet, it's in the 10th house, which means that this was someone who was born to work, but not just any job. This is very specific. And my divine masculine is not in the career field that he should be in. My divine masculine should be in a nurturing career field. Anything having to do with nursing or healing or alternative medicine, anything that have to do with taking care of another individual or healing. But no. He does very hard manual labor and works lots of overtime. So, because he has a grand trine of water in his chart, which means he has Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, all the water signs in his chart, with a major accumulation of Pisces. He has 3 Pisces placements, and the other water signs are only 1 each. So he is very emotional, very nurturing, very empathic, very caring person. And he should be doing that for his work and career, healing and caring and communicating. It's not what he's doing just yet. But there's still time and there's still hope. He probably wasn't aware of that. His Venus is in Capricorn, which doesn't make him incredibly romantic. But he definitely has the capacity of being incredibly romantic because he has a grand trine of water. Water signs, they exude romance when they're not toxic. Because they're all about love and emotions and feelings and romance. Unless they're toxic and manipulative and nasty, then they're ruined. So his Venus is in Capricorn, which means that he really, really, really loved his father. But most of all, he really loves being a father. Fatherhood is extremely important to this divine masculine. And this is a divine masculine who doesn't know that they're a divine masculine. They just they don't really know what it means and what it entails. And I guess, they're stuck in the belief system that you get someone pregnant, you get married, you take care of your family, and you stay in it whether you're happy or not, and you do it for the kids. He's just coming from that. And Venus in Capricorn, when they're in high vibrational, they're incredibly loyal, incredibly dedicated, incredibly hardworking, because that's how they show their love. They provide. They're a hard worker. They're a provider. They're a father. His Mars is in Taurus. It's an earth sign. Taurus is the master builder sign. Oh, we forgot the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn and low vibrational. Well, I harp on that a lot, but we'll go ahead and do that. To be fair, it's here in the chart. So, Capricorn. So, Capricorn is one of those problematic signs that is very easy to be in low vibrational aspects. And low vibrational aspects just means default mode, if you want to look at it that way. It's energy to avoid and stay away from. In high vibrational aspects of Capricorn, they're reliable, they're trustworthy, they're ambitious, they're disciplined, they're self-controlled, they're generous, they're thoughtful, They put themselves first, they're loyal, and they're dedicated, and they're very hard workers. Capricorns, on the downside, they crave and they need stability. So they can be very codependent about stability, whether that is wanting it or providing it. So my divine masculine has a lot of Capricorn in his chart. As we all know, and that is the devil card. It's all about addictions, codependency, toxicity, oppression, ownership. Not ownership, but like when you act like you own somebody but you don't. Whatever that is. I can't think of it right now. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so this is all about addictions, codependency, oppression, obsession, things like that. So he can very easily get obsessed with craving and needing to support someone, because this is a compulsive this divine masculine is a compulsive provider. Like, they don't know what else to do but provide. That's what he's geared for, and that's what he's hardwired for. But whenever before you truly come into that emperor energy and the emperor destiny, you have to learn how to defend yourself and stick up for yourself and not be a doormat. So until then, they're not true emperors until they stop being doormats. Which means just letting people walk all over you, which they're letting these karmics walk all over them. And Capricorns are also very self-critical. They crave admiration and power. They're frugal, and they can be greedy. And whenever they're in really low vibrational, they can be very evil. Like, they're just very, very self-centered and very, very selfish and all about themselves. And they just don't care about anyone but themselves, and not even really themselves, because they don't respect themselves, because they're too busy destroying their body to care about themselves. Because, So anyhow, his Mars is in Taurus, which means how he goes about doing things, how he takes initiative is like a Taurus. He's slow, steady, dependable, hardworking, logical, generous, trustworthy, determined, understanding, kind, organized, and patient when he's in his high vibrational aspects. When he's in his low vibrational aspects, how he goes about doing stuff, he can be jealous, lazy, stubborn, dependent, imbalanced, materialistic, and possessive. So when he is with this karmic, he is acting like a karmic himself and not as a divine being. So this emperor can only ascend and truly become a divine masculine by ascension. And the only way they can ascend is to come into their power. The only way to come into their power is to leave these karmics behind and embrace their destiny here. That's it. Tauruses, they're the builders of the zodiac. They're the most patient of the zodiac. They're nice, and they very hard workers. They're very sweet. They'll do whatever it takes. They're bulls. They're made for work. Worker. Jupiter. Like I said before, Jupiter is a planet of luck, growth, expansion. It's the spiritual planet. You get blessings from doing your spiritual work from Jupiter and Saturn, but only if you're doing Ascension. Saturn only gives you karma if you're not mastering yourself, if you're not helping yourself become better in some way. So My divine masculine's Jupiter is in Pisces, and that is in the 10th house. Oh, I missed Venus in Capricorn. I'm sorry. Venus in Capricorn in the 8th house, which means that the 8th house is all about secrets. It's the 8th house is the 8th house of Scorpio. Sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, unseen, the occult, other people's money, wills, inheritances, and taxes. So the 8th house is the house of transformation and secrecy. So he could be very obsessive with keeping secrets. Very obsessive. Very possessive with the secrets. In very low vibrational energies. Oh yeah. And that is with his love and money. I mean, this is how he attracts his love and his money. It's a secret. He doesn't talk about how he attracts love and money. So he's very secretive about it, and he's very serious about it. Capricorn, they want stability. You know, this is like an emperor through and through. But, so this means that when I met this emperor, and he fell in love with me, that means... Because you know, when we met, we're divine counterparts. We fell in love at first sight, but nothing was said. He kept that a secret, okay? Because his Venus is in Capricorn in the 8th house, because he was already married and committed elsewhere. He hid his emotions. He hid his love. Kept that a secret. And not only did he keep it a secret, but then he was like obsessively fantasizing about me, and he obsessively watches my channel and keeps it a secret. Okay, so I'm calling you out, and it's in your birth chart, so you can't run from it. Your Mars is in Taurus, and your Mars is in your 11th house. You have two things in your 11th house. I'll explain the 11th house after I finishing the 10th house, because you have 4 planets in your 10th house. Like I said before, your sun, your moon, your Mercury, and Jupiter is all in your 10th house. And the sun, the Mercury, and the Jupiter is in Pisces, and the moon is in Aries. And it's in your 10th house of work. So, your luck and your blessings and your abundance comes from your loyalty and your dedication and your commitment to doing the hard work on yourself in your personal and your professional life, divine masculine. And when you're in the high vibrational aspects of Pisces, you're supposed to be helping others. You're supposed to be in service. You're a powerful light worker, and you never knew it. You're very, very, very empathic. I bet you have many of the same skills and abilities that I do. Maybe you've tapped into them a little bit. Maybe you've just discovered them. Maybe you knew that you had them. But, yeah, this is the skills and the abilities that I have. I'm sure that yours are similar. And we're to be using them to be of service to others, for work, to help others. So your luck, your growth, your expansion, your blessings will come when you're in the high vibrational aspects of Pisces and Aries. within your sun, your moon, your Mercury, and your Jupiter with concerning your 10th house. So that means you've got to be really positive with your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, and your communication, and your spiritual growth. So the Venus in Capricorn in the 8th house, I already did that. Mars in Taurus in the 11th house. You have Aries in your 11th house. The 11th house is the 11th house of Aquarius, which is all about goals, dreams, wishes, aspirations, accomplishments, faith, hope, healing, and humanitarianism. So your greatest accomplishment is your work and your North Node, because you have your Mars in Taurus in the 11th house, and you have your North Node in Aries in the 11th house. So you're a double Aries. Aries, where are you, Aries? Aries, 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 Aries. Where's the Emperor card? There we go. Aries. Well, this is also Aries and Aquarius. So we got the Emperor and we got the Fool representing Aries here. And Emperor, your thoughts and your feelings, and Emperor in your North Node, which means that this is your reason for being on this planet. This means that you are a divine masculine, and this is your greatest achievement. This is your life's purpose on this planet, to be the divine masculine. To be the divine masculine, that means you have to get rid of the old life to ascend and accept the new life that is waiting for you. Taking this leap of faith into the brand new beginning that is waiting for you. You don't accept the brand new life, you're not the Emperor yet. And it's on hold until you do, or until you die. But staying with this karmic will kill you, I promise. So instead of sitting on your throne upside down with your balls in the karmic's hands, come into your power and authority. Take that leap of faith into your brand new beginning that you have been given, and completely leave the past behind. Because the past is only here to destroy you. If you choose to stay again, knowing that you're miserable, wishing you made a better decision before. So, that's your life purpose. That's your reason for being on this planet, is to take that leap of faith into your brand new beginning and become the Emperor and have your life reflect being the Emperor. But until you make these decisions, you're just a King of Wands or an Emperor in the reverse. Because the Emperor in the reverse is the pussy masculine that doesn't have their balls, or the over-controlling masculine who is so afraid that they have to control everybody and everything. They're a pussy too. They just act like a complete asshole. And the other way is the doormat emperor, which is not an emperor in their power. Your Saturn and your Uranus is both in Capricorn. both in the 6th house. The Devil. Not going into those traits again. But the 6th house is the 6th house of Virgo. What you do every day. Your reputation, and it rules your physical health. You have Saturn and Uranus in Capricorn in the 6th house. So this is telling me that you could go either way. You could stay chained to this karmic, stay stuck in karmic cycles, not become the emperor, and not achieve your North Node mission, and continue to get karma, which is Saturn. Being in low vibrational Capricorn energy, being very obsessive, codependent, toxic, with addictions, and this is what you would do every day. So it would definitely be affecting your physical health in the not too distant future. Or, and this includes dealing with the karmic, all right? This isn't just about you. But it is, but it's not. Because you're also dealing with this karmic every day, which is ruining your reputation every day and ruining your physical health every day. But you have just as much capability as the karmic to really run yourself into the ground with this devil energy with Saturn. Or you can get into the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn, which I will go through them one more time, just so you don't have to rewind. But if you get into the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn, and you go down your spiritual path, and you take your spiritual journey in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn, in your brand new life in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn, then what you do every day will not be toxic, so you'll be the devil in reverse. Your reputation will be good, and your physical health will be good. But that's only if you get on the spiritual path of ascension and cut out the drugs, the alcohol, the sex addiction, the porn addiction, whatever resonates. Take what resonates and leave the rest. I don't know your vices, dude. You might be my divine masculine, but I don't know what your vices are. So this is like food addictions. This is eating disorders. This is, you can be addicted to controlling and oppressing others like your karmic is. And I've seen that you kind of go tit for tat with each other in this energy. So you're just as karmic as the karmic feminine when you're with the karmic feminine. And there's nothing divine about you as long as you're in this karmic relationship. As long as you're in this karmic relationship, this is you. Chained and attached and sick. Until you break free. So, for you, being in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn or the low vibrational aspects of Capricorn is going to make you or break you. If you want to ascend, this is what you need to be focused on. If you want to self-destruct some more, you can keep going with the addictions, the oppression, the codependency, the being chained to your karmic spouse, the craving and the needing stability and the admiration of power and being critical of yourself and being obsessive and overthinking and greedy and if you want to stay in the low vibrational aspects, you will until you self-destruct and die. Or you can take that same energy, get into the high vibrational aspects of it, leave the past and all the negative shit behind, which that's what you do on the spiritual journey. You cut out everything and everyone that isn't serving your highest good. People, places, things, behaviors, foods, mindsets, belief systems that make you feel like shit, that put you into stupid, shitty situations that you could avoid, that cause trouble and drama for you, or whatever. So yeah. And you have Scorpio in your 6th house. So when it comes to what you do every day, your reputation and your physical health, you had a tendency to hide, to be secretive, be very low vibrational Scorpio, very secretive, jealous, possessive, someone who is just very nasty, low vibrational. They keep secrets, they hide their personality, they chameleonize themselves, and that's what you did to get into the low vibrational Capricorn energy for you to be getting all of this karma. And how you did that, one of the ways that you did that was when you fell in love with me at first sight, and you didn't say anything, but I could tell. You didn't say anything. You kept that a secret. But you couldn't keep it a secret from your karmic because they know you like a book, because they've been with you for a long time, and that's what they do. They study you. So they knew as well. You didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything to me. I knew. So it was obvious. But you lied and you hid it. And when you did that, you developed karma. Staying stuck in a situation that was making you miserable and unhappy, that is making you stressful, that you're working yourself to death on at work and at home. And really what I don't understand why you feel the need to go as far as you need to go. Well, you got all these strong signs in your chart. I mean, I don't mean to be offensive, but you can take a lot. And that's not really a positive thing, especially when the universe is trying to teach you a lesson. Strength is not about turning the other cheek and letting someone mistreat you, abuse you, take advantage of you, and expect everything from you. No. That is very toxic behavior. And all you did was allow it. And it got worse over time. And now it's created this monster that you can't control. And, yeah. Next, Pluto in Scorpio in the 5th house. So whenever you got that karma, Pluto was blowing up your 5th house, Emperor. The 5th house is the house of Leo, romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. So your tower was blowing up in the 5th house consistently. So every time you're ignoring the universe, and when the universe wants to get your attention, if this is you that I'm talking to, your birthday is March 1st, 1987 at 10:10 a.m. All right? So you've been ignoring the universe, and the universe has been getting your attention with blowing shit up within your 5th house. So you've been having a lot of drama within the house of romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. This happens whenever you're accumulating karma for not being in your integrity, for not being honest, and for whatever else you would get karma for. So, Black Moon Lilith is in Cancer, which means the dark side of my divine masculine's Aries moon is Cancer. Which would be the reason why I keep seeing the Chariot more than the moon now. I mean, I saw the moon constantly and the Chariot in reverse, but now the Chariot's coming in the upright. That means it's these emperors here is the energy, and it is up to these emperors to make that free will choice to go with the energies or to keep doing what they're doing and going against them. So the dark side of this divine masculine's thoughts and emotions, which his thoughts and emotions are in Aries, but the dark side of their thoughts and emotions that they really try to keep secret is Cancer. And they can be moody, negative, clingy, unpredictable, suspicious, resentful, and manipulative. But also, whenever he's keeping his emotions a secret, he was also in his high vibrational aspects of Cancer secretly in his mind. Creative, intuitive, compassionate, faithful, loving, and charming, tender-hearted, nurturing. And that just helped him be manifesting this connection to the point where I'm being led to do this video here because I really haven't I've had very minimal emotional attachment to sacred union with my divine counterpart, because I know that my attachment was not helping. It was keeping it from happening. So I'm not attached to this. That's not the reason I'm doing this. I'm doing this because it came as an idea, as a download, whatever. And I thought, well, let's see what I can do with it. Definitely a different idea. I never done anything like this before publicly, but it is a real life karmic situation, and I don't see anything wrong with having something to learn from if there isn't any identifying information on here, and there isn't. And the Emperor's North Node is in Aries in the 11th house. So Mars and Taurus in the 11th house. The worker, the provider, is part of the achievements and accomplishments and dreams, goals, wishes, and aspirations. And also North Node, the life purpose, is the goal, the goals, wishes, dreams, aspirations, and achievement as well. So the whole purpose of this particular person is to take that leap of faith into their brand new beginning and release everything and everyone from the old life that is toxic and codependent and not on the same page with the Emperor. And the Emperor is someone who is in their power and authority. They're the boss. They make the tough decisions. And This is a light worker, a leader with great potential. But we have the free will to choose this life purpose or not. So right now, my divine masculine is in his south node. His south node is Libra, which is all about making things right, fair, just, balanced. Marriage, doing the right thing, staying together for the kids. This is the Emperor's south node. And right now, it's like this, but it's not because of his doing. It's because of the karmic feminine's doing. And he's sitting in it and staying in it. And hopefully this video will help this particular divine masculine and any other divine masculine see things in a different light, to help with their growth expansion. So I wanted to point out a couple other things before I start with the karmic feminine's chart. But before I do that, I need to take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So while I was taking my very short break, I realized that I forgot to show you the Taurus card, which is Hierophant. Y'all probably knew that, but whatever. So anyhow, about your houses here. So you have Virgo in your 4th house, Emperor. Whenever Virgo comes up in the reverse, that means this is the Hermit. When it comes up in the reverse, that means that this is forced isolation. This is self-imposed isolation. This is forced isolation. This is forced isolation and loneliness and a pause in spiritual growth and development here. This is low vibrational energy. So when the Hermit goes into the reverse, this is you in your 4th house, Emperor. Very much isolated and lonely and stunted in your spiritual growth here. When it's in the upright, you're spiritually growing and expanding. This is high vibrational energy, and this is low vibrational energy. So you're a homebody. You like to spend time at home. You like to spend a lot of time with home and family. So you're very reserved in a way, which there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah. So that's one thing I noticed. Cancer. Cancer can either be the moon or the chariot. So the moon's about your feelings, secrets, lies, illusions, fantasies, illusions, secrets coming to the surface, fears coming to the surface. You know, this is like an eruption of crazy or something coming out. And like, this is generally a difficult energy. It's difficult to sit in this energy. It's difficult when it erupts as well. Now, the Chariot here, this is a good card, but only when it's in the upright. When it's in the reverse, that means there's no growth, there's no expansion, there's no success, victory, or forward movement. It's just stuck. In the upright, this is moving forward here. So, when it comes to the karmic feminine is always represented by the moon. And when these emperors are represented as Cancer in these readings, they're showing up as the Chariot and the Upright only. The Karmic Feminine can be Chariot in reverse as well. But the Chariot and the Upright is only the Emperor. Or if a Divine Feminine has this in their chart. But, yeah. So, you have this, my divine counterpart has Cancer in their second house. When this was coming up, this means that there was no success, no victory, no forward movement, no growth, no achievement within their second house of Taurus. Self-value, self-worth, the money they make, the possessions, and how they feel about their body. So it directly impacted my divine masculines, Mars and Taurus, which affected the way he felt about himself and his personal achievements. But when the Chariot comes in the Upright, that says that you are working on your self-value, your self-worth, your money, your possessions, and how you feel about your body, Emperor, and that you're moving forward with victory and success and forward movement here. So, Libra comes up a lot as Justice, and the Judgment comes up in the Upright and the reversed, whatever, pretty often. So both of these are cards of Libra. And you have Libra in your 5th house, which is where Pluto is constantly blowing up, in 5th house of romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking. So right now, this is what your 5th house is always looking like until you get on your divine path, Emperor. So the 6th house of Scorpio, I always touched on that. I don't need to do that again. You have 7th house of Sagittarius. And you have Sagittarius in your house of partnerships, which tells me that in order for your partnerships to be successful, you need a certain amount of freedom in your relationships. Well, this Karmic Feminine does not give you that, because this Karmic Feminine acts like the Emperor in reverse. And I'll go into that later. But the Karmic Feminine, they really try to control you in this relationship here. They have Aries in their 6th and 7th house, which is part of the reason why I said I'll go into that. But you have Sagittarius in your 7th house. And Aries trumps a Sagittarius. And Aries energy has way more energy and way more power than a Sagittarius. Because why? Because Aries is the first zodiac sign. Aries is the first to do something. Aries is the most competitive. You want something done? Get an Aries to do it. Especially if it's never been done before. Definitely get an Aries to do it, because they want to be the first one to do it. So, with that being said, the Karmic Feminine has Aries in her 6th and 7th house, which is why you're sometimes the doormat. Because sometimes her power and control trumps yours and out-masculinizes you. More like demasculinizes you, which isn't fair. It's not nice. Nobody should be treating anybody that way. You got Capricorn in your 8th house, which 8th house is the house of Scorpio. Sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, unseen, the occult. You have Capricorn in there, which means you can be very, very obsessive about keeping secrets, which is what I already said before. Very obsessive about fantasizing, keeping a private fantasy world, keeping a double life. Very toxic. It's very codependent. It's very secretive. It's full of addictions, and it's full of obsession. And it's not a great place to be in the 8th house, to be honest with you. Because you probably obsess over morbid shit. Past, present, future. It's probably easy to go to the morbid side of life with that Capricorn in that 8th house like that. You have Aquarius in your 9th house. Aquarius is the card of faith, hope, healing, and humanitarianism. And you're like an Aquarius when it comes to your 9th house. The 9th house is the 9th house of Sagittarius, which is about higher learning, spirituality, religion, long-distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. So when it comes to the 9th house, you're not like a Sagittarius. You're like an Aquarius. You're more intellectual about it. And you intellectualize your emotions when it comes to your spiritual knowledge, growth, expansion on your journey for mastery, whether you're using religion, spirituality, philosophy, or psychology, or all of those things to improve yourself. You approach it like an Aquarian. Which means that you approach it from a very intelligent, logical, and rational space, but also like very different as well. Like you just have a very unique way of looking at the 9th house. Your 10th house is in the house of Pisces, which you're geared for emotional support work, nurturing and caring for another person, or in healing. So those are the fields that you should be working in with your 10th house being in water signs. And your Aries moon being in there to be the first to take the initiative to, are you okay? Do you need anything? Nurturing, caring, compassionate, healing work. Your 11th house is the house of Aquarius, and you have Aries in it. So when it comes to your accomplishments, and your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your accomplishments, faith, hope, and healing, and humanitarianism, you're like an Aries. You want to be first, and you can be competitive about it as well. And you're very passionate about it. You're very creative about it, and you got a fire for it. And you're a leader, and there's a drive for work and passion and creativity and empathy. In your 12th house, you have Taurus, which means you have the unconscious drive to work, to build, whatever. You're just a worker. You're just made to withstand lots of heavy, hard work, lifting, long hours, labor, and it's not just all about work. I mean, you're made to withstand, the drive to work on yourself as well in your personal life. So I think that's where you fell short. You forgot about yourself. So, hour 19 minutes into it, and I only got one birth chart done, so this could very easily be a 3-hour video. I've got lots of information here. I worked on this several different times today in between my appointments. I wrote down a lot of notes. Some of it's paraphrasing from cafeastrology.org, which or cafeastrology.com, which I'll get into all of that after I'm done with the Karmic Feminine's birth chart. But you know, some of that's paraphrased and some of that is, you know, added stuff from me into it. So yeah, I did a lot of work on this. And this is for assistance to both my divine masculine and ascension assistance for his karmic spouse as well, because I have a whole lot of stuff about him, her, and their relationship to provide more information and an example. So the karmic feminine, born July 18th, 1989, around 2 p.m. Sun in Cancer. The high vibrational aspects of Cancer is someone who is creative, intuitive, compassionate, faithful, loving, and charming, tender-hearted, and nurturing. Neither of these cards depict what a high vibrational Cancer is. But I guess we'll call it the moon. But in the low vibrational energy, which is default, Cancerians can be moody, negative, clingy, unpredictable, suspicious, resentful, and manipulative. And it can also take secrets to their fucking grave. There's two signs, or in my opinion, there's 3 signs that are the masters at keeping secrets: Scorpio, Cancer, and Capricorn. So, karmic feminine, Sun in Cancer is in the 9th house. The 9th house of Sagittarius, which is higher learning, spirituality, religion, long distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. The karmic feminine has 2 planets in her 9th house. The Sun in Cancer and Mercury in Cancer, which means the Sun, that's her soul. Mercury is her thoughts, her feelings, and communication. Both in the 9th house. Now, if this karmic was in high vibrational energy, this would be super amazing energy. Nurturing, loving, creative, intuitive, compassion, faithful, loving, charming, tender-hearted, nurturing energy within religion, spirituality, long-distance travel, expansion, philosophy, and psychology. But no. This is a very low vibrational Cancer who uses the 9th house for their personal gain, using energy work, black magic, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, is the same shit. They definitely have like nasty intentions, and they're definitely manifesting on bad intentions. This particular karmic feminine and other karmic feminines like her. The moon. This karmic feminine's moon sign is in Capricorn, which means the emotional attachment was to the karmic's mother. But I really think that there was some trauma from the father, like abuse, neglect, rape, whatever. I think there's something very traumatic about the father energy. And I say that because moon's in Capricorn. Capricorn's the father energy, but it is a feminine sign. So that means the emotional attachment was to the mother. But that would mean that they would have a sheer hatred for the father. With being a Libra rising, this karmic feminine's a Libra rising. And that hatred of the whatever the father did is what made this karmic feminine very ungrounded and unbalanced here, and very, 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 very obsessed, super obsessed and super focused on money and stability. Yeah. So, the karmic feminine has a very loaded third house. The third house keeps coming up in my readings. Third house, fifth house, eighth house, 10th house, ninth house, consistently, fourth house. Right? Well, it's because in this particular situation, this karmic feminine has an extremely loaded third house, and my divine masculine has a very loaded 10th house. So that would be why we have a lot of third house, ninth house, 10th house going on. So the karmic, moon and Capricorn in the third house. 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in the third house. Just like the divine masculine has four planets in their 10th house. So the third house is the third house of Gemini. It's all about siblings, short distance travel, friends, platforms, social media, and contracts. And yeah, this karmic feminine has 4 signs, 4 planets in Capricorn, and they're all in the third house, which means that this particular karmic feminine is an absolute menace to everything involving the third house, which is siblings, friends, platforms, social media, and contracts. So the karmic feminine is an absolute menace over the internet, over social media. Capricorn energy, the devil, So this particular karmic is very much obsessed with being online. This is an online stalker. Period. Calling you out. You're committing a crime. This is online stalking, and it is in your birth chart. Moon in Capricorn in the third house, which means when you get into that very low vibrational, clingy, codependent energy, that oppressive, that obsessive, that addictive energy, that greedy, frugal, craving admiration and power, when you're getting into that super power hungry, lust hungry, Capricorn energy, you are an absolute menace to everything within the third house karmic feminine. Yeah, now I'm talking to you. You're watching my channel too, so everybody gets a lesson here. I'm going to skip over the other stuff and continue with the stuff in the third house to make it a little bit less confusing. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Moon, all in the third house. Saturn, planet of karma, restrictions, learning, the police, the judiciary of all souls. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so Capricorn is at home in Saturn. Anyone that has Saturn in their birth chart, I'm sorry, anyone who has Capricorn in their Saturn in their birth chart is by definition a fucking karmic. Because Saturn rules Capricorn. I think there's another sign that Saturn rules. Hold on a second. I think it's Aquarius, but I want to be sure. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, because Pentacles. What sign? Yep. It's Capricorn and Aquarius, just like I thought. So, 2 signs are at home in Saturn. Capricorn and Aquarius. Personally, I would rather see Aquarius in a Saturn position than fucking Capricorn. Why? These 2 cards are Aquarian energy. This is Capricorn energy. Which one do you not want in your Saturn, or want to be dealing with anyone who has this in their fucking Saturn? Really? This is why it's important to know someone's fucking birth chart before you fucking marry them. But you probably didn't know anything about it then. And I just stumbled upon this information myself. You could have avoided a lot of bullshit. But you needed the lesson. So you can't really kick yourself, because the universe knew that you needed this lesson, so it was really unavoidable. But yeah, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the moon. Yuck. All in the 3rd house. This is super scary, nasty, oppressive, intrusive, codependent energy. And all of the worst planets, I might add. Saturn. Well, not Uranus. So, hold on. That's weird. So, the Karmic Feminine was born 2 years later, but their Uranus and their Neptune's in Capricorn. Oh, wait. Both of your Saturns are in Capricorn. Yeah, you're each other's karmic. Period. And this is my divine masculine and his karmic wife in the 5D chained together in their toxic matrimonial bonds. You like hearing the sounds of that? Either one of you? Ugh. Anyhow, in order for the karmic feminine, in order for you to ascend, you need to be in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn to follow your path of ascension within your 3rd house. Now, the Emperor's got Saturn in his Capricorn in the 6th house. So, the restrictions and the oppression for the Emperor go in the 6th house. And the 5th house is getting blown up for the Emperor. And the restrictions are in the Karmic Feminine's 3rd house, which is siblings, short distance travel, friends, platforms, social media, and contracts. So, this tells me that this karmic feminine is very passive aggressive. They do most of their threats and their bullying online through social media, through fake accounts, through the anonymity of fake accounts. So, yeah, this is someone who is an absolute menace with fake accounts and online stalking. Neptune is the planet of confusion, and psychic abilities. Oh, I didn't even talk about Neptune before. Neptune is the planet of psychic abilities, dreams, illusions, or if you go too far into it, you go into like crazy town. So there's 3 tiers to Neptune. The bottom tier is illusion, confusion, fantasies, dreams. The second tier is intuition and psychic abilities, which is where we kind of want to try to be and try to stay, but we all fluctuate between all the 3 tiers of Neptune from any time or another. But the karmic feminine, the karmics, period, they have a tendency to stay in the 3rd tier quite a lot, which is in crazy town. Like, where you just fucking lost your mind. You're certifiable. So, very easy for you to go into that crazy shit because it's in Capricorn, and Capricorns are very obsessive and controlling and all of that. So I can definitely see the spell work here, for sure. I can definitely see the prostitution, which I'll get into that. Anyhow, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, that's your 3rd house, karmic feminine, and it's fucking loaded with nastiness. The only, you really need to focus on being a high vibrational Capricorn especially when it's relating to your 3rd house. When it comes to your ascension path, it's going to be crucial and critical for you. And it's going to be crucial and critical for the Emperor to be in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn within his 6th house. All right, so back to Mercury in Cancer. I already did that. That's 9th house. We did that together. Venus in Leo. You have 2 placements in your 10th house. Venus and Mars, both in Leo, both in your 10th house. Well, this tells me that Venus is the planet of love, money, beauty, and how you attract those things. Well, there's where the Queen of Wands in the reverse comes in. The lack of confidence. Chasing and not being able to control your sexual energy or your emotions here. Venus and Mars, which is how you go about doing things. When you get mad, that's your Mars. Like, your anger and your love is very closely related. There is a fine line between your love and your rage, karmic feminine. And all hell hath no fury than this divine feminine scorn. Or, not divine feminine, karmic feminine scorned. Mars in Leo is a fucking drama queen. So there you go. Especially when you're as low vibrational as you are. You are a drama queen. For sure. Especially when it's relating to matters of love, money, beauty, and how you attract it. And how you go about getting them. You chase after love, money, and beauty. You don't attract them. You chase after it. Which is Queen of Wands in reverse energy. Also, Queen of Wands in reverse energy is black magic energy work and spell working. Queen of Wands is always in the reverse for you. That's in your Mars. Very low vibrational Leo. You really need to focus on being in your higher vibrational aspects of Leo. And you can only do that by healing yourself, karmic. High vibrational aspects of Leo is someone who is a leader, a natural and a popular leader, someone who is caring, someone who is optimistic, kind, protective, loyal, and honest, and vivacious, someone who just loves life. You know, they shine very brightly. They're very happy. You notice them. You know, a high vibrational Leo is someone you don't forget. The low vibrational aspect Leo is also a version of Leo you never forget, because they're very attention seeking. They're very arrogant. They're very inflexible, lazy, dogmatic and prideful, domineering, jealous, and competitive. And the 10th house is the house of Capricorn, and it's all about loyalty, dedication, and commitment to doing the hard work. This is what, this is all you, I know for a fact that you don't have a job, all right? This is your work. Your Venus and Mars and Leo, being a drama queen. No, you need to be a leader, not a drama queen. You need to be noticed and stand out for your creativity, not for your immaturity. Sorry, but not sorry. You have the capability of being a badass bitch in the best way possible. But no, you're just a nasty ass bitch in the worst way possible. Sorry, just calling it like I see it. I don't know you personally, and I don't have to. I'm just being honest. I'm talking to you like I would talk to anyone else. It doesn't, you know, I'm trying to talk to you as any other human. I don't have any issues with you, but you're threatened by me. And here I am still sitting here with more videos trying to help you too. Awesome. Now, you can accept the help at any time. It's here for you. But if you don't want to take it, it's on you. The information's here. You have just as much of an opportunity at Ascension as your husband does, any other karmic. So if you don't take the opportunity to better yourself, to ascend, that's on you. So the only thing that this particular karmic and other karmics like this karmic has proven that they're loyal and dedicated, committing to doing the hard work on, is their spell work and their fucking dramatic bullshit. The karmic feminine's Jupiter is in Gemini. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and growth. So the karmic has Gemini in her chart too. So the karmic would be a low vibrational dark karmic twin. Dark karmic soulmate. Right? Jupiter and Gemini in the 8th house. Let's look at Gemini here. Where are you, Gemini? Really? Oh, here you are. Gemini. So, karmic's Jupiter is in Gemini. The high vibrational aspects of Gemini is someone who is flexible, outgoing, funny, enthusiastic, smart, versatile, clever, someone who is a great conversationalist. The low vibrational aspects of Gemini is someone who is superficial, someone who is a manipulator. These are the Gemini cards. And these are your Leo cards. Anyhow, someone who is superficial, someone who is a manipulator, someone who has a lack of direction. So this would be you all day, karmic feminine. Superficial, a manipulator. You don't have any direction. You lack a sense of responsibility because you're putting all the responsibility on the Emperor here, and you're really not doing a whole lot to help the Emperor. There's a lack of seriousness. You know, you could be very immature. And I know you are, because it comes up in the cards all the time. Gemini in the reverse is someone who makes very bad decisions. Who just have poor decision-making skills. That would be you. Geminis can also be very anxious when they're in low vibrational energy. And you have your Jupiter and Gemini in the 8th house. So you've really, really abused your manifesting talent, skill, ability to the point where you lost it. 8th house is the 8th house of Scorpio. Sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, the unseen, the occult, other people's money, wills, inheritances, and taxes. The fucking Magician in the reverse in the 8th house. The 8th house is all about secrets and spell work. And the Magician in the reverse is the spell worker. So here you go. This particular karmic feminine, it's in the fucking birth chart. Boom. That they're a manipulator and a spell worker. And not a good spell worker. And Taurus is in the 8th house for this karmic feminine. So, when it comes to sex, death, transformation, regeneration, secrets, lies, the hidden, unseen, the occult, other people's money, wills, inheritances, and taxes, this person, this karmic feminine, is like a Taurus in the fucking reverse. What's a Taurus in the reverse? Nobody you want to be around. Taurus in the reverse is someone who is lazy, jealous, stubborn, dependent, imbalanced, materialistic, and possessive. So possessive that, and so passive aggressive that they'll smile on your face and tell you everything is fine, and then behind your back, emperors, they're doing spell work on you. They've been doing it forever. Everybody knows that a low vibrational Taurus is stubborn. You can't get a fucking Taurus to budge if they made up their mind about something. And this karmic, their mind's pretty made up, and they have a very good belief system in what they're doing here. Hierophant in the reverse, going against God and the laws of nature and the hermetic laws of the universe as well, because this karmic just thinks they're fucking entitled and think they can do whatever they want, apparently. And Hierophant in reverse is someone who is very rebellious, someone who doesn't have any fear of God or any belief systems or any traditional belief systems. This is someone who really just doesn't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing. But I got news for you. There's everything wrong with what you're doing. And the reason why these karmics don't think that there's anything wrong with what they're doing, which is this and this, is because it is in their belief system that they are entitled to this financial and residential stability. And because they're entitled to it, they feel like they can keep it at all costs. Lie, cheat, steal, whatever. Pluto is in Scorpio. Pluto, planet of destruction. It's in Scorpio. Scorpio is at home in Pluto. Scorpio is a very destructive sign when they're in low vibrations. Pluto and Scorpio in the ascendant, which means that this karmic feminine, when they get angry and they're ready to destroy someone, it comes out in their personality and how the world sees them. It comes out in their ascendant. Instead of acting like a Libra when they get pissed off and they're destroying someone's life, they act like some crazy motherfucking Scorpio. Crazy Scorpio stalker. Someone who is very violent. Someone's crazy. I can feel the energy and I'm having a hard time translating it. This is a dangerous person when they get pissed off and angry. And it is no wonder why these emperors have been pussies up to this point, because they've been afraid of these karmic feminines. And this karmic feminine in particular is like a walking fucking bomb. A walking fucking tower moment when shit's not going their way. So it's no wonder that my divine counterpart wants to keep his karmic spouse as happy or appeased as possible, because the high vibrational aspects of Scorpio, I mean, a lot of your serial killers are like Scorpios, Sagittarius, and Pisces, actually, I think. Low vibrational aspects of Scorpio is someone who is extremely intense and very intense in their jealousy, very intense in their possessiveness, very intense in their secretiveness. So this karmic is the master at keeping secrets and dominating and being resentful and manipulative, and they hide. And they're really, really super intense about the low vibrational aspects of Scorpio. And it comes out in their ascendant and their personality and how the world sees them whenever this karmic is going off in a crazy town. So when it comes to these tower moments that are happening within this particular karmic situation, this tower is coming because this karmic is starting their shit. Boom. They can go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Boom. They're very unpredictable. The karmic feminine's black moon Lilith is also in Libra. But my black moon Lilith is in my 3rd house. The karmic feminine's black moon Lilith is in the 12th house, which means the dark side of her thoughts and her emotions. She doesn't even really realize that she has a dark side, because it's in the 12th house. It's all subconscious and unconscious. This karmic walks around unconsciously being the justice in the reverse, being unfair, ungrounded, and unbalanced here. And going fucking nuts here. And it's very unconscious for them. They don't know why they do it. You want to know why? Libra is in this karmic feminine's rising sign, as well as their 12th house. Which means that their personality is unconscious to them. They operate subconsciously. This karmic feminine is subconsciously programmed to be like this until they ascend. This is the past life trauma and karma that they carried with them into this lifetime. to perpetually always be walking around unconsciously like this. The tower. Either creating the tower or keeping the tower from falling. But it's a catastrophe. Cleaning up a catastrophe, cleaning it up, catastrophe, cleaning it up, catastrophe, fixing it, trying to make it work. And this is by doing fucked up shit and then you justifying it. See, you don't even know why you do this shit on an unconscious level. Because your soul was programmed to be like this for this lifetime. But everyone has an opportunity for ascension, even karmics. If you have a north node, if you're living and breathing, you have a north node and you have a chance for ascension, just like everyone else. So, karmic feminine, your north node is in Aquarius. So that is why the star card comes out a lot. Because the universe would really like you to be in your north node. But you're not. You are in your south node. Which means north node, Aquarius. This should be you, taking that leap of faith into your brand new beginning to heal. Your north node is in Aquarius in the 4th house. The 4th house is the 4th house of Cancer. Unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment. You really need to heal your mother wounds. You need to heal your relationship with your mother. You need to heal your inadequacies as a mother. You need to heal your past life trauma that you came in here with, and you need to heal this life's current trauma. This is your reason for being here, for healing all matters of the 4th house. Do you want to feel unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment for yourself without having it being given to you? And it's time to take a leap of faith into the brand new beginning and walk in the high vibrational aspects of Capricorn at first, and then keep switching into your high vibrational aspect of all the signs in your chart when you find yourself in low vibrational energies. That's the plan. It's hard work. It ain't easy. And it's the only way to have a happy, fulfilling, and successful life. Because otherwise, you're codependent. You're financially desperate and needy, and everything's always like an emergency and a huge worry when you're relying on someone else to take care of you. So, this should be you in your north node. But you're in your south node. This is you. All 4 of these are true in the reverse. All right? You are in your south node. Very much in your Leo energy. Very much driven in your Leo and your Mars energy in the reverse. It is not helping you. Not helping you. Your south node was your past lifetime's north node. You're not in your past lifetime. You're in your lifetime now. So this lifetime now requires your north node. For you to be in your north node, you need to be in this. And you're not. The only way to get into this is to heal that trauma programming. Heal yourself. Body, mind, soul. And I have this whole big thing. I wrote a whole lot about it too. Since I'm on that topic, high vibrational aspects of Aquarius. Someone who is curious, eloquent with how you speak, and nurturing. You're someone who is very intellectual about your emotions. It's kind of hard to do when you spend most of your time hiding your emotions or lying about your emotions. For you to be in your North Node, you need to be nurturing. You're the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles both in the reverse, and the Empress in the reverse. You're not nurturing. You need to learn how to be nurturing because you've never been nurtured. You might have loved your mother. You might have been emotionally attached to your mother, but I'm pretty sure your mom abused the shit out of you, neglected you, whatever. But you weren't raised right. Because you've taken what your parents have done to a whole new level. Aquarius is focused on philanthropy and humanitarianism, serving others, to help, to heal, to guide. And Aquarius is about faith, hope, and healing. You really need to have faith in yourself, in the universe, in the divine, whatever you want to call it. You need to have hope that you can change, that your life can be different. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to live a better and easier life than the one you're living now? Because I can guarantee you that your life is way too hard and dramatic the way you're living it. Karmic Feminine, you would achieve your North Node life purpose if you would honestly heal and change. Some people's North Nodes are really fucking involved. Yours is so simple. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's not easy to heal, especially whenever you're not geared or wired that way through past life or current life. This is going to be an extremely difficult decision for you, Karmic Feminine. You're probably going to have to take it as far as I did if you're going to get it. And what I mean, in order for me to be serious about loving myself, taking care of myself in the path of ascension, it took for me to lose my kids, my possession, I didn't have any money so I didn't lose that because I didn't have a job, but I lost everything I ever worked for. I lost my children. I lost my possessions. I lost my health. Mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial. I was losing my mobility. I was walking with a cane. I wanted to die when I decided that it was time for a change. I was in pain. I couldn't move. I was extremely restricted. And most of that restriction was me doing it to myself, and what I didn't do to myself, I let other people around me do the rest. But I really thought that I was going to die. I was close, man. I was really close. I was very sick. I was addicted to all kinds of medications. And I was out of my mind. And this wasn't even that long ago. I made the decision to take care of myself, to try harder, to live a better life in January of 2019, when I decided that I weighed 200 pounds. I'm 5'1", but at that time I weighed 200 pounds, and I was walking with a cane, and I was in constant pain, and I really just wanted to die every day. So I had to take it pretty far for me to get it, that I deserve to be happy, to be healthy, and to be loved, and to start my path of healing, to start not wrecking my life because I was destroying my life with my thoughts, my emotions, and the people around me. So, Karmic Feminine, you would have the opportunity to ascend if you want to be happy, healthy, and productive in your life. Your South Node is in Leo. And that's where you're at right now. You're very much in your low vibrational Leo energy. So you have the opportunity to ascend, to be happy, healthy, and productive. Or you can stay in your South Node until you self-destruct, Karmic Feminine. It's up to you. The choice is yours. Self-destruction is like getting sucked down until you die. And I'm talking about vibrationally. And the life sucked out of you. And you're mean, miserable, and nasty for the rest of your life. The Karmic Feminine is literally a destructive personality. And they do this and show this to others when they're unstable and volatile, which is what I was talking about with your Pluto and Scorpio and your ascendant. So when you get mad, you're no longer like a Libra rising to others. You're like a nasty ass mean Scorpio who wants their fucking way and wants their way now. And you have a lot of fucking secrets. A lot of secrets. You have Scorpio in your second house. So Scorpio is very much attached to your self-value, your self-worth, your money, your possessions, and how you feel about your body. Low vibrational Scorpio energy is all about sex. That is why the 8th house of Scorpio starts with sex. It's all about sex and death. So your self-value and your self-worth is very closely, intrinsically related to Scorpio energy. And it's your decision to be in that low vibrational Scorpio energy. And when you're in that low vibrational Scorpio energy, you have no self-value and no self-worth. Because if you had self-value and self-worth, you would be in the high vibrational aspects of Scorpio. And you would be focused, brave, loyal, faithful, ambitious, devoted, and someone who was a great conversationalist, and someone who was intense about all of those things. This is someone who isn't afraid to communicate. He's not afraid to be vulnerable. He's not afraid to be loyal, honest, faithful, ambitious. But the low vibrational Scorpio, they're like allergic to being loyal and faithful and ambitious. You get a low vibrational Scorpio and they don't want to do shit. And that's really where you're at, ain't it? You're in low vibrational in every fucking sign in your chart. Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius. And it's not serving you. It's not helping you at all. So you're a menace to your third house. We've already established that. You have Aquarius in your fourth house, which is where your north node is. Your fourth house is your home environment. Unconditional love, safety, security, stability, dependability, and a peaceful home environment. You need to love and nurture, heal yourself, to love and nurture and heal yourself first. So then you would be able to be loving and nurturing and caring within your home environment. You have to do this for yourself first before you can show it to others. Your self-value and your self-worth is determined by you going within and meditating and focusing on who you are and what matters to you and being your authentic, true self here. Your fifth house of Leo is in Pisces. So when it comes to romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking, you're very much like a Pisces, but a low vibrational Pisces. Someone who is like full of addictions. Someone who, why am I not thinking? I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning, and it's 8:30 at night. So I apologize. I really wanted to try to avoid some of the spaces and the holes and the M's and the I's, but I can't get away from it completely, and I'm spacing out. So, sorry. But this is very important, and it has to come out, so I'm really doing my best to make it as understandable as I can. So when it comes to your fifth house of romance, children, pets, creativity, matters of the heart, and risk-taking, you're very moody, negative, lazy, idealistic, and you escape using drugs, substances, and power, shopping, spending, and you're very highly distractible as well. So you're not a good parent. You're not attentive. You're not focused. You're just really too self-involved to really be a good parent at this time. You really need to do a lot of healing for your children. I mean, if you can't do it for yourself, do it for your kids, man. Because with as nasty as you are, you're only hurting and traumatizing your kids. Your sixth and your seventh house, you have Aries in it. So here you are. This is how you show up in your sixth and your seventh house. Sixth house of Virgo, what you do every day, your reputation, and it rules your physical health. The Emperor in the reverse is someone who you can't respect. They overdo their power and control and authority, and they're a master manipulator. And you do this every day. Every day. It affects your reputation, it affects your physical health, and it affects the physical health of other people around you. And it also affects everyone in relationships around you, because you're like this with everyone in relationships around you too. Every single day, you need to change this energy. You need to come out of that energy and come into this energy. This is when you're not trying to force your will on other people. This is you being handling your shit on a daily basis within your relationships, within whatever you do every day, like a boss. But no, you're too interested in manipulation and overdoing your power and control here, so you're definitely abusing your authority in all of your relationships. So you are the abuser. Like I've been saying, you are the abuser, Karmic Feminine. You are the one overdoing your power, your control, and your authority in this marriage. This is you. This is you. It's time to stop. When does it end? When you die, when someone else dies? Or does it end when you decide it ends? That's up to you. You have Cancer in your 9th house. We already talked about that. You have Leo in your 10th house. We already talked about that. You have Virgo in your 11th house. Hermit. So, your greatest achievement is to be isolated and meditating on yourself and your healing and your ascension. That's what that means. Your greatest achievement is when you're alone and going within, seeking enlightenment and self-mastery, reflecting upon your behaviors and how that affects other people and how it affects you indirectly. It's going to have to be a lot of self-reflection here. A lot. But when the Emperor leaves you, Karmic Feminine, and you're left in hermit mode, true hermit mode, which is what you're fearing, this is your opportunity for ascension. But you can only do it alone. When we ascend, when we're healing, when we're changing, we do that alone. We all have to do that alone. You can't have no one helping us, or as little as possible. You have to pull yourself out of this yourself. And the only way you can do that is through self-reflection and healing, which is exactly what this is. Self-reflection and healing. Virgo is in your 11th house of Aquarius, Karmic Feminine. Self-reflection and healing is your North Node, is your greatest achievement here. If you choose to do it, it's your choice. Do you want to be free? Do you want to be happy? Do you want your life to be easier, to be better, to be different? When the Emperor leaves you, take that opportunity to go within, to really reflect on yourself and to really heal yourself. And this process takes years, and with the help of a mental health counselor specialist. Look at this. You see the Hermit's lamp here? That's the star of Aquarius inside the Hermit's lamp. This is the Hermit's guiding light, is the star. Faith, hope, healing, helping others. There are 3 signs of the zodiac that are that humanitarianism is very important to them. And those 3 signs are Pisces, Aquarius, and Virgo. They're all about being in service to others, to help, to heal, to guide, to teach in their own ways. But yeah, this is the key to your ascension. But you have to want to heal. You have to want it so bad. You have to take that desperation that you feel so strongly to cling on to the Emperor so hard. You have to take that desperation and channel it to being so desperate that you will do anything. You will learn. You will learn anything, try anything new to help you break behavioral patterns, thinking patterns, emotional patterns, to help you heal so you can be treating yourself better, so you can in turn be treating others better, so you can start having good karma return to you instead of you getting bogged down with all of this bad karma. Because you're really, really, really in a sad state of restriction here, Karmic Feminine. And the only way to get out of all of this karmic restriction is to let it all go and free yourself and just say, Lord, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. I give all of my low vibrational behavioral traits to you. I don't want to do these things anymore. I don't want to control people. I don't want to manipulate people anymore. I don't want to be addicted to this, that, and the third anymore. I want to be more loving and caring and nurturing. Please show me how. And just let go of resistance. Let go of being controlling. Let go of overdoing your power here. Let go of trying to get your way all the time, because all you're doing is just being a brat as an adult, and it's not serving you. All right, so here we go. Here's more notes for Ascension for the Karmic Feminine. Well, here's more notes here. This is other notes that I've taken. This is not from the website. This is just my interpretation still. I'll let you know when it gets to the website information, because I'm not getting busted for plagiarism. No. So, this is why this is a karmic soulmate relationship. This relationship has been together before. It's always been volatile, and it's always been karmic, and it's never been meant to last. It has only been meant to be a lesson. Reasons. Because the karmic's north node is in Aquarius in the 4th house. And the reason that is a reason for why this is a karmic soulmate, because the karmic's north node, their whole reason for being on this planet is for them to heal their mother wounds, so they can heal their relationship with their mother, so they can heal their wound as a bad mother, and heal that and improve in that area here. So the only way these karmic feminines, or this particular karmic, or these, and especially this particular karmic feminine, the only way this karmic feminine is going to ascend, be a better mother, have a better life, is if they take their path to ascension, which is healing their 4th house. Another reason why this is never meant to last is the karmic is in their south node right now, which is Leo, in the 4th house. Terrorizing everyone currently. The karmic feminine is in their pride, their ego, arrogance, anger, resentment, fear, and entitlement. Until the karmic stops acting like a mad-ass, nasty, disloyal Leo and start getting into high vibrational Aquarius and Leo and Cancer energy. So you really have to take all of these signs that you're negative in, which is all of them: Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, to start with. Specifically focusing on all of them. Anyhow, you really need to get into that high vibrational Aquarius energy when it comes to your 4th house. And until the karmic feminine, this particular karmic feminine, decides to heal themselves, their own mother wound and their own relationship with their mother and their past life karma and all of that, the karmic feminine will continue to stay in their south node in their 4th house. And they will terrorize everyone in their home environment. Leos in the reverse are tyrants. They're mean. They're nasty. You don't want to fuck with a low vibrational Leo. Especially in their own home. Another reason why this was a karmic soulmate relationship, it's never meant to last, is the karmic's life purpose, and the whole reason for this lifetime is to heal all the past and current life trauma, is what I've been trying to say. Karmic must have faith in God to have a deeper understanding of the law and nature. I'm sorry. Let me start over. Part of healing the 4th house is to have faith in God, to have a deeper understanding of the nature of God, who he is and what he does, and of the hermetic laws, the laws of the universe. There's 7 of them. If you don't know what they are, you can look them up. The 7 hermetic principles of the universe. I teach on them all the time. I'm not going into them in this video. No. You need to learn to let go of the need to over-control and dominate others to get what you want, karmic feminine. You need to understand and to heal yourself on all levels. You need to really fully understand why you're operating in distorted masculine energies to get what you want. Abusing your authority and control and your power. You need to understand and to heal yourself on all levels, which is physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. You need to progress in self-mastery in all aspects of yourself, to be a better person, to have a better life, the right way of living, having that better life, instead of cracking your whip and making someone else go out there and make all the money and then having your hand out and expecting them to give it to you and then being nasty and ungrateful and unappreciative for them doing it. That better life is also a comfortable life, the stable life that you love and crave so much. Yes, you crave it and love it just as much as the Emperor does. Maybe more. You need to stop thinking that you can't do something. You may not be able to do something right now, but you can do anything when you start at the beginning with the smallest goal and work your way over time with steady progress. So this means when I was disabled, when I couldn't walk, I couldn't work. And I used to say, well, I can't work, I can't make money, blah, blah, blah. I can't. And I said can't so much that I really feel like I helped speak my disability into existence, and I helped perpetuate not being able to do so many things just because I said I can't all the time. I can't. And every time you say you can't do something, you're just cementing that belief that you hold within you. It's a self-limiting and self-diminishing belief. And it's definitely keeping you small. Quick fixes do not exist. If you put in the time and you do the work on yourself, your self-care, your self-mastery, your self-work, to be focused and committed to it, you can achieve anything too. But it's all about having the loyalty, the dedication, the commitment to doing the hard work on yourself and your personal and your professional life. And you're going to be thrown into the deep end, and very soon. And Karmic Feminine, you either sink or swim. Well, that's assuming the Emperor does what he needs to be doing. If he doesn't, he's choosing to stay stuck with you. And that's keeping you both out of your North Node. People who can do difficult things can only do it because they've conditioned themselves through time, repetition of trial and error until success, and then they practice and repeat until mastery, and they continue repeating. How do you know you can't do something if you never tried it? And then if you tried it once or twice, how you still know you can't do something if you didn't repeat it? If you didn't keep trying until you didn't repeat it until it was successful. And then whenever you're successful, you keep repeating the successes until mastery. Nothing in life is free. It always costs someone something somewhere, whether you see it or whether it impacts you or not. So, it's true. Nothing in life is free. It costed somebody, somewhere, something, whether you know about it or not. When you abuse your power, tyrants eventually get overthrown. It's only a matter of time. I'm basically summarizing your karmic lessons that you're on the precipice of about to be starting to learn. This is for everyone, and a reminder to the karmics. People will treat you exactly as you allow them to. Especially whenever you're looking the other way and really letting them act up, which is what the Emperor did. He looked the other way and let you do whatever you wanted. And you kept pushing it and pushing it and pushing it until you went out of control. And probably took a while for it to happen. But you eventually got comfortable enough to lose your fucking mind and go crazy and chaotic here. And now it's like the norm and the regular now. Now now you got the Emperor afraid of you. very concerned about walking away from your evil, nasty ass because they're wondering what you're going to do to get revenge on them. I'd be concerned too. So, people would treat you exactly as you allow them to. If you look the other way, the more a person gets away with being abusive, tyrannical, and controlling, they won't stop until they're stopped. Period. And this usually happens by final breakups. That's how people are stopped. That's the best way. Final breakups, divorces. Other ways that they won't stop until they're stopped, dead or in jail. So, really, the best thing you have going for you, Karmic, is you need to hope that the Emperor just walks away from you, because you really don't want to end up dead or in jail. I don't wish that upon anyone, but you'll make it what you make of it. What else? Being alone to heal and take care of yourself will be your most challenging accomplishment, but will be your greatest life achievement, your life's mission on this planet, if you choose to do it. And if you would pass this lifetime you would be ascending to heaven when you pass. And you would have loving, healthy, and abundant realities on earth until you pass over and get into heaven. And you can choose to believe that or not. You still have a little time before your karmic Saturn return in your midlife, age 35 to 40. If you start working on healing and you don't stop and you stay with it for the rest of your life, you will be on the path of ascension. Healing isn't easy to do. It's letting go of old traumas, old toxic behaviors, old ways of doing things that your family always did, old belief systems, old ways of thinking and doing things, situations full of drama and low vibrational stuff. One moment, please. Sorry about that, y'all. So anyhow, continuing. So all this low vibrational stuff has to be slowly healed over time for it to count. And like I said, there's no quick fixes. There's no cheats. You either do it or you don't. A person can only heal alone. We all have to do it alone to heal, if we do. A person can't heal in the familiar environment that they got sick in. And that could be plural. It could be different environments. But if they're familiar, like, it's like family homes, friends' homes, the environment that they're currently in. So karmic feminine, you can't heal in a familiar environment that helped facilitate to get you sick. So you can't stay in the house that you're in. You can't stay with your family, especially if they're codependent and toxic. You can't stay with codependent and toxic friends. Like if you're around others, they're generally like roommates that leave you alone so you can work on yourself. So it's just about being in a living environment that is conducive for you to spend most of your time alone working on yourself, thinking, reflecting, meditate. The quiet is very healing. So I would recommend silence. Silence is very healing over a long period of time. as well as singing bowls. And you can find videos of singing bowls on YouTube. Any kind of relaxing meditation music, any kind of frequency music, like for example, like 528 Hz meditation music on YouTube, or anything like that is what I mean by frequency music. Music that assists you to raise your vibration to a certain frequency. And the frequency that counts is love and above, 528 hertz and up. All toxic, negative, controlling, codependent, and low vibrational people that have the most impact over your emotions to trigger your traumas must be completely isolated. You must completely isolate yourself from all of these relationships, friends, family, children, in order to get into hermit mode for healing. Healing codependency takes years. I did it faster than most, and it took me 2.5 years to heal it by no longer continuing in relationship patterns of needing someone for something. And you do that by doing everything for yourself. You go from doing nothing for yourself to everything for yourself. For years. Consistently. To only depend on you. Because really, you're the only person that you can count on. If you want something or need something, you should be able to provide it for yourself. And the fact that you can't, which says even more that you really need to be alone, to be isolated, to heal yourself. Especially your mother issue, your mother wound, your past life trauma, and all the matters of the fourth house. You need to keep to yourself. Don't let nasty, negative people come in and disrupt your energy. You need the time to recognize emotional patterns that lead to negative, low vibrational behaviors. You need to also recognize the thoughts that you have that lead to your triggered outbursts. Because when you're triggered by someone, it's not the other person's fault for making you mad, for triggering you. You're responsible for your own reaction. The fact that you had a reaction at all says that whatever you're triggered by, it needs to be healed. So pay attention to that. That is how you'll intuitively go through what you need to know for keeping track of your triggers. Because contrary to what you believe, if someone upsets you and triggers you, it is not their fault. It is your responsibility to heal that trauma within you. And if you're triggered, that trauma's not healed. That's your responsibility. Someone else triggering your trauma is not their fault. Unless they are knowingly pushing your buttons, then it is. You will need years to find out why you do all that you do. To find out why you're impulsive. Why you're used to being violent, unpredictable, and to get your way. You were a brat when you were a kid who threw temper tantrums, because you still do. You've been having tantrums for 30 plus years. You're used to the pattern and repetition. So shifting into tantrum mode is easy and normal and automatic for you. It's like a reflex. Like whenever the doctors hit this little hammer on your knee and your knee just, moves. It's your easy, normal, and automatic reflex for you to just shift into having a temper tantrum whenever you want your way, to mentally and emotionally manipulate those around you to get what you want. Which means that you're worse now because you totally grew up to be a force of nature, of oppression, of dominance, addiction, and enslavement to the fourth power, because you have 4 placements of Capricorn in your chart. So you are all of that on steroids because you're not keeping yourself in check. It's time to stop feeding the Capricorn beasts, the beasts of the low vibrational Emperor and the Magician. It's time to stop feeding these beasts of manipulation and control and power and abuse and addictions and codependency. It's time to stop. Also, I noticed, Karmic Feminine, that you have opposite signs in your chart. 2 of them, as a matter of fact, which can make life for you pretty hard because that shows all of your inner conflict. Capricorn and Cancer are the exact opposite signs of each other. Cancer is the mother energy, unconditional loving energy. Capricorn is the father energy. It's all about loyalty and providing and stability and all of that. And you're very much, you're more in your Capricorn energy than you are in your Cancerian energy. So, you don't act like a feminine at all. You are a feminine who acts like a distorted masculine, overdoing their power and control and authority, which is not feminine energy at all, and it's very evil and toxic. Other 2 signs you have opposites of in your chart is Leo and Aquarius. So you're like a double enigma. You're like the exact opposite of yourself in 2 different ways. And that really makes dealing with you very difficult for yourself, and other people dealing with you very difficult. The Emperor has some opposites in their sign as well. In their chart, I mean. Cancer and Capricorn, opposites of each other, so constantly at war with each other. And I see Scorpio and Taurus, all their opposite signs. So he's got his own inner conflicts. I've got a couple different opposite signs in my chart. My opposite signs that I have in my chart is Gemini and Sagittarius, Virgo and Pisces, Scorpio and Taurus. So I guess I have 3. But when you have opposite signs within you, there's opposing personality traits, and they pop up at different times, and it can make you inconsistent. You in general, not you as in you. All right, so these are the notes that I took from cafeastrology.com. I put them into my own words, and I added some things in here, but for the most part, I put in the information, and this is in general like what came out. And this is your relationship synergy. between this Emperor and this Karmic Feminine with these two specific birthdays. These two specific birthdays, once again, Emperor, March 1st, 1987, 10:10 a.m. Karmic Feminine, July 18th, 1989, 2 p.m. So, the Emperor, Jupiter in Pisces, is square with the Karmic Feminine's Uranus and Capricorn. So, whenever something is a square, that means this is two energies butting heads. Okay? So, the Emperor's Jupiter in Pisces is squaring, butting heads with the Karmic Feminine's Uranus and Capricorn. Your goals and approaches to life have always been different, maybe even intriguing or mysterious. But later on, over time, there is a difficulty in finding common interests together. This relationship requires that you give one another space and freedom to explore your lives in your own way. That's where you fucked up, right, Karmic Feminine? Because this particular Emperor, they need freedom within their relationships. Someone with Sagittarius in their seventh house of partnerships, you can't control that person and expect it to stick. No fucking way. That'll work for a little while because Sagittarius is a mutable sign. Sagittarius is a fucking fire sign. And fire signs is not going to put up with your ass. You or anyone else. They'll put up with you for as long as they can take it. But that pressure is building. Don't think for a second that that pressure is not building inside the Emperor here. Because it is. The Emperor's Pluto in Scorpio, all right, is trine with the Karmic Feminine's Sun in Cancer. So this is a good thing. Trine is like a perfect match, right? Scorpio and the Emperor's Pluto in Scorpio was trine with Karmic's Sun in Cancer. This is love at first sight, intense, highly passionate, and sexual. This type of relationship usually starts fast, explodes, and eventually fizzles over time. It's impossible to stay friends because of the constant reminder of the passion that once existed between the two of y'all. It's all or nothing with this energy. One will suffer when the passion of the other dies and will be difficult to heal and live through. This is the very essence of past life trauma bonding. This is another reason why this is a karmic soulmate relationship. Never meant to last, meant to be a lesson. So, that means Karmic Feminine, with the way things are looking from my readings, your passion died first. Because you were the one with your Queen of Wands in the reverse, with prostitution and cheating and spell work. Your passion died first. So when your passion died for the Emperor, you crushed this Emperor. Because the passion died after the marriage. The marriage is what's keeping the Emperor stuck there. Because they believe in the vows that they took. Also very much programmed with that 3D of get a girl knocked up, marry her, do the right thing, keep providing, stay together for the children. It's old trauma programming. It does not work. Anyone who stays together for the children, they don't stay together. Never works. It can't be done. You will eventually hate each other and resent each other for it. Emperor Saturn in Sagittarius is trined with the karmic's Mars and Leo. So, Emperor has Sagittarius in their Saturn. And it is a trine and a perfect match to the karmic feminine's Mars and Leo. Why? Because they're sister signs. Perfect match with the water signs, a good match on the fire signs too. Routine life with little problems at first. Love mixed with friendship. Relationships, the relationship is routine. And you have some self-consciousness with one another. The Emperor's Neptune in Capricorn is conjunct with the karmic Saturn in Capricorn. So, the Emperor's Neptune to Capricorn, karmic Saturn in Capricorn. They work in conjunction together. They work together. Not well, but they do work together. It's a favorable union. The Neptune person brings dreams to the Saturn person. So, the Emperor, they taught fantasy to you, bringing you dreams and fantasy. If the union is lacking, the Saturn person, which would be you, karmic feminine, is used as a tool for the Neptune person to be enlightened that no matter what they do or say, they're ineffective in this relationship. The Saturn person is a punishment for the Neptune person until they gain common sense and to stop the self-punishment of dealing with this person. The union is lacking. And you are the Saturn karmic person here, karmic feminine. And the universe is using you as a tool to see if this Emperor has learned their lesson, to see if this Emperor can come up into their North Node. Has the Emperor had enough punishment that they really want to go from being the pussy Emperor to being the Emperor in control of their life and destiny? Because right now, my divine masculine is in the doormat Emperor energy, the pussy energy. They're laying over, rolling over like a dead dog for the karmic. When the karmic flexes, you can't even call them superpowers, because the only power they were given is the only power that the karmic has is the power that they were given by the Emperor, because they didn't enforce anything. They let the karmic do and say whatever the fuck they wanted. They ignored them. They turned the other way. They turned the other cheek. They shoved it under the rug. And now these karmics are crazy and out of control, and it's these pussy doormat emperors' fault for giving them all that power and control and authority. And now they're like, oh my God, what do? I can't take this. I'm not putting up with this, because this is an emperor inside their shell in fear. The Emperor Saturn in Sagittarius is sextile with the karmic Sun in Cancer. Sextile, they're sort of compatible, sort of, kind of. Not really. It's a stable couple if they can keep it up. Saturn person will dominate the Sun person, and they will not accept it. Okay, so the Emperor Saturn in this situation, Emperor Saturn in Sagittarius, tries to dominate the karmic, and they get butthurt about it. The Saturn person will dominate the Sun person. In this case, the Sun person is the karmic feminine. And the karmic feminine will not accept being dominated. Yeah, because they'll get your ass back. The sun person, or the karmic feminine, feels secure and stable and sees the Saturn person as the perfect partner. That is why the karmic